All right, hello and welcome to WTF Racing Super Speedway race number 9. So tonight, 2 more to go. We only have 10, and tonight is going to be our second to last one. So be excited for it. Be ready because it's going to be fun to see how this deal goes down. Tonight, with 2 races left, points leader Austin Albritton in this one. Big field tonight. We're going to have 18 cars running. So excited for that. 50 laps, just like every other one. But tonight, Gen 4 cars. So the faster ARCA cars. We're going to see who gets the pole. First one to set a lap time. Nick goes with a 1. Let's see if anybody's going to be better than him here for qualifying. So Brock Whitehead, he goes top of the board. Ends up on the pole for right now. Who can beat him? So Brock Whitehead, Cameron Ballard, Jason Matsby, Jacob Delago, Christopher Pilo, he goes 5th on the board. Real good laps by everybody here. 0.3 of a second quicker by Brock. Heck of a qualifying lap. Alrighty, field is ready. Brock Whitehead gets the pole by just over 0.5. So a great qualifying there from Brock. And he'll be top of the board. Austin Albritton Pitzer P2, our points leader. So good for him to go P2 on the board. As the field's lined up and ready for the race. Let's go trackside and be ready. Field is lined up on the front straightaway on pit road. We're ready for 50 laps tonight. It's going to be quick, but it's going to be fast, and it's going to be fun. So pace car is pulling off. That pace car Mustang's pulling off, and we're ready for the grid here for Daytona. On the pole, like we said, Brock Whitehead gets the pole of that number 82 machine. To his outside, Austin Albritton in the white and purple 2. In row number 2, it's going to be Jason Batsby and Cameron Ballard. Got to have Cameron in here for his first race with us. Row number 3 is going to be Mike Presley and a second Jeff Korn scheme. To his outside, Jacob Delago. Row number 4 is going to be Christopher Pilo and Nick Seipel there on the outside. Row 5, Zach and Chad. These two go at it every week, and we're excited to see what they can do tonight. Row number 6 is the 18 to Bully, and it should have been Charles Whitehead in the 31, but it doesn't look like he's there now. Next up, Dominic Lee and I believe Doug Ezel. Running order is pretty messed up. I don't know for sure how it's all going, so I'm going to leave it. I don't know. It's all a little bit jumbled up. A few cars aren't there, so I guess that's the running order. I apologize if I skip a few people, but field is ready for 50 laps tonight here at Daytona. The Gen 4 cars are always fun. This package is going to be cool. And we're ready for 18 drivers to go and go fast. Here we go into the restart zone. Brock fires. We're green. One already spinning. That's a 15 around. Big pile up at the start of the race. The 15 goes around. Wow, what happened there? No caution either. Caution is now thrown. What happened there? Good side angle view. The 55 gets in the back of the 15 and spins him around. Into the 18, everybody tries to check up, isn't able to avoid it. But the 55 into the back of the 15, causing big problems. See there, the 15 gets jacked up. Too much for him to save. Into the door of the 18. The rest of the field, nowhere for them to go. Everybody piling underneath each other. And very few able to avoid it. Come to a stop. But major, major problems at the start of this one. These cars are probably the hardest to drive here. And as good as the package is, you can run 3 wide, which is a lot of fun here. Definitely got to be careful about the bumping. And the 55 just didn't anticipate that. Drove right in the back of the 15. And a lot of the field went for a tumble there. 67, he's able to make it through. But big, big problems there. Let's ride on board with Clay as he saw it from his point of view. See him roll in, see them start getting loose in front. Tries to check up in time, just goes underneath. But able to check up just enough to not get major, major damage. And then is able to go by. So big problems there on the first laps. 55 into the back. Into the back of the 15, and that spun him around as the field's catching up to the pace car. Could possibly cause problems for a lot of the field as they didn't get to the start-finish line before the yellow was thrown. So there could be a few drivers that are lap down. We'll see what race control does with that. Gonna try to read some chat now. Read the chat. I don't know how many people we got watching. If you guys want to leave your picks, who you guys think's gonna win this one? Whoever's out there watching. Pick and place your bets to see who's gonna come home with this one. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna definitely spice up, but there's a lot of cars here on pit road trying to get damage fixed. Not gonna try to use that fast repair, which is a smart call, but a lot of the field are on pit road. So see the 54, the 38, that's the 31. Charles Whitehead, Bully on pit road in the 18, the 15. Cameron, his first race with us. Doug was on pit road as well. Ryan, I believe, went to pit road. See Zach with the front end damage. A lot of cars were still on pit road there. Came to get that damage fixed. So the field's going to double up. We're going to get back going green this time. Looks like Brock Whitehead picks the outside line. So interesting call there. Being the leader, picks the outside line. We'll see how that works out for him. Possibly trying to line up with a teammate, Jacob Delago. He's going to be on the outside line. Could be trying to line up with him. With the whole field trying to get caught back up. A lot in single file line. These guys are more than likely just going to ride at the back. A lot of this field, after seeing that contact, going to just try to ride, not do too much. For this restart, I think we'll hopefully not have many chances at this, but let's ride on board with somebody for this restart. We can do Clay. He's a little bit further back, or Doug. Let's do Doug. We get to see most of the field right along with Doug here as we see what he sees from the helmet cam. Here we go for the restart. Here we go. Green's back out. They fire. See Doug with a good restart. Everybody trying to fight for that bottom lane. Looks like a lot of the field up front is going to get down. So the whole field able to get down here. Good jump by the front few. Looking out back. Who's going to be the first one to try to make that top lane look? Looks like it's going to be Jason around the outside line. We're starting to get that second lane going. This is one thing good about these cars. It's easy to get that top side rolling. Pulled out of line from fourth. He's going around the outside all by himself. Almost had a nose getting into the corner. Just not quite clear there yet. Side by side, though, still for the lead. Now, Brock's going to be back clear. Hear that Gen 4 sound as they go flying by. These cars are awesome. Cool to see down the back straightaway. All of them in a single file line. Not much going yet. I think everybody saw what happened that first bit, and now they're pretty content on riding, but now they're going to be 3 wide almost for the lead. Looks like that second 24 is Jacob Delago. He's trying to make it 3 if possible. Love these things. Sound these things race so good on the super speedway. Now you're going to see the outside line start to go. New leader at the start finish line with Jason Batsby. No, can we get 3? Nope. Looks like we're going to try to side draft. Here comes Nick with a big push on the inside line. Nick going to push as much as he can. Try to get that bottom lane rolling. With that front bumper being so low to the ground, the rear bumpers being so high, any little contact can spin them pretty easily. So these guys got to be careful with that. Not to turn the guy if they're pushing. But Nick did a good job of it. He's going to be clear on the exit. Now he's not. Fighting back hard around the outside line. Love this camera angle, seeing everybody, seeing what they're able to see. Outside line just is starting to fall back just a little bit. Not got that going, but now they're all side by side down the back straightaway. Brock Whitehead still out front. See Doug going out to the outside line. A lot of moving going on the exit of these corners. That's telling me that these cars are a handle on the exit of the corner, them being loose and things like that. So they got to be careful with that, not to get loose on the exit of the corner. Looks like the majority of the time they're getting loose about right here. You see where the movement comes in. If they get loose right there, check up a little, that lead car. That could spell disaster for everybody behind, as that second place guy is going to get in the back of them as they get a little loose or lose a little bit of momentum. Could cause a big wreck if they're not careful. That sound is amazing. Old Gen 4 cars. Let's take a real listen at it and do a little bit of a crank it up. As we slowly turn her back down. Whee! Man, these things are cool. But back up to the front. Looks like the first 5 cars, 4 cars possibly. The third lane's already starting to get a move on. We saw Doug and Brian Wasserman try to get that third lane going, but the Jeff Gorin duo, Jacob and Jason, don't seem to have that top line going like you might want. Now they're going to be able to get clear. Now Chad's going to look to the outside. Nick's going to go with them. A lot of moving around going. Trying to get in a position they want to be in. You see Chad and Nick. They found each other. Now they're working together. That outside line's got a good run now. Starting to clear people as the 24 on the inside line. That's the 10 going to check up. Good save by everybody. Able to save it, but the inside line lost a lot of momentum there. Not for sure what happened. Looked like just a check up or a stack up. Now that's the 31 getting aggressively clear to the inside line. See all the dashes, the blue lights there. That's pretty cool. Everybody's got to be careful, though, going up to side draft if that's what they're doing. And being careful with that, all the side drafting. These cars tend to side draft really good, but if you get too close, it tends to suck each other in. So you don't want to make contact. As soon as you wreck, these are pretty easy to get involved in anything. So if you cause one, you're going to be involved in it. So they got to be careful with that no matter where they are. Working lap 13 here at the start finish line will be on 14. Nick and Chad doing a great job leading that outside line, though. To the best dynamic duo on the super speedways. Here comes Brian Wasserman around that third lane, trying to get the top line working. Looks like he's going to be clear to get in line behind Chad if possible. Doesn't look like it now. They're going to be 3 wide. Or from the inside point of view, from what I knew. Long ways down this back straightaway. Hearing it wind up on the front straightaway. Here we go. What a great sound. It don't get much better than that. We got 10 more laps to go till a halfway break. Both lanes seem to be pretty even here, but with these cars here at Daytona, at Talladega, it's very easy to do. Here at Daytona, a little bit harder. This body style, this package, does great 3-wide racing, but who's going to be the first one later in the race to try it? With it being Daytona, a little bit smaller than Talladega, that could spell problems as soon as they try it. And as much movement as I see right now, as bad as these cars are handling, I don't think that'll be the best option so far. Chad got to get to the outside wall just a little bit. That could mess up that outside line. Here goes the 24 deep in the field. He's going to lose a lot of spots. That's Jacob Delago losing a ton of spots. Now the outside line's not as good as it once was. Are they able to rebound, though? Outside line starting to lose a little bit of car count. 75-51, they're starting to drop back just a little bit. Riding on the back bumper with Chad Adams in the Mad Cow paint scheme. New team he joined. One of my teammates in the Cup League that we run on Mondays, so come check that out. Little sideways there from Chad. Nick in the 67. Out front to the lead. Nick Sipple to the lead. Now fighting back on the inside line. That's Brock Whitehead. Brock Whitehead, Nick Seipel to the front. They're battling for it. Looks like on the straightaways a good run from the outside line. And on the bottom, they fight back on the inside. Chad aggressively pushing, trying to get the 75 clear in himself. Looks like the 75, he's going to bail out of it. He's going to dump to the inside line. So Nick to the point, officially, should have this one. No doubt at the line. And he will. So Nick ends up leading that lap. Outside line just doesn't have the big enough run, especially with the pushing going on. There doesn't seem to be a lot of it. Maybe there with the 82 and 75, they're starting to get hooked up. That Talladega Nights paint scheme, the me paint scheme in that 82. I do want to shout out Nick. If he were to win this race and it was an official race, he would be getting 67 I rating. So good job, Nick. Now you make a move from Brock to go to the inside. Right around Nick. Not sure what happened there. Problems just behind him. That's going to be Jason and Cameron in the outside wall. Sliding long, long ways as cars are coming by. Big contact. Cars were coming by as they finally got unhooked. And problems on the exit or entry in turn number 1. They're going to collide once again. Big, big problems here for the field. Take a look at what happened there. What happened? So it looked like the 75 and 51, they got hooked back up on the outside line. Then the 24, Jason just wasn't clear around the outside line. Didn't anticipate the checkup. You see Cameron tried to make it 3 wide around the outside line and just made contact. Then they slide for a long ways. Far long ways. And then a lot of the field just come on by. Don't see them wrecked up top. Try to stay out of it. They finally start slowing down. And nowhere for Austin Albritton in the 2 to go. The 18, he gets involved. The 99, big problems here. As a lot of the field get caught up in that. Ooh, who is that? Didn't even check up in time. Robert saw them wrecking. Try to go low. Just didn't get in time to check up. Then that set the 24 up for a dozy. 1 up, 2 down. And we got major problems in turn 1. So the field going down pit road, a lot of it is. Well, now we're going to start seeing some pit stops. Let's go on into the chats and see what they're all talking about here under yellow for strategy.
I think the best bet would be to, like, POL that 99. Is he? I think he's blown up. Which sucks.
I don't know. He was going slow.
Was that the guy that?
Talk strategy. We're going to pit now, not pit during the halfway break.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
And then just kind of ride it out and see what happens. These things are little squirrely.
Definitely seeing that around the outside line. Talking with Mad Cow Motorsports here. Doug, your new team. Talk to us a little bit about what you're trying to do with this race team and who you got all in it and things like that.
Well, we got Nick in the 75, Chad in the 51. And I don't know if Brian wants to be an honorary member of Mad Cow Motorsports.
That sounds great.
There you go. And we got Brian in the 7, so should be a good run. I think we can do good. Nick's always good on the super speedways, so see what happens here. So we didn't actually fare out that bad by not pitting. We got a few cars ahead of us, but I think we can go the rest of the way now.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. We're going to have about 27, 28 when we get back going. So learning or seeing what you guys learned in that first half, what did you expect these things to do and what actually happened from your guys' point of view? When do you guys think that third lane's going to come into play if it does?
I don't so much think the third lane, but I think you might be able to get a run up the middle, coming out of 4 or something like that. I don't think we're going to be able to do much on the outside. We ran the outside for a little bit, and it just really seemed like it, just didn't really, it kind of held steady with the inside line. You couldn't make up any spots, it didn't feel like.
Alrighty, well, excited to see what you guys do to get back up to the front of the field. Nick, Chad, I know that you guys were up there for a little bit, so we'll see how you guys get back up there. But good luck, and hopefully be interviewing one of you guys here at the end.
All right, thanks, sir.
Back into the booth. Excited to see what Mad Cow Motorsports can do. Part of that team. But we're ready to go back racing. Halfway break. Hey, Austin. Austin, do you got a copy?
Yeah.
Halfway break still at 25, right?
Yeah, can you throw
All
it?
right, I will throw it, yes. Okay.
Okay.
I've always been, I've been wondering if you want me to throw it or not, but I've just been throwing them, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Bunch of love.
Here, Austin there, saying to throw it at the lap 25 break, so we got it all set up. I believe it's set up. Let me actually check that real quick. It should. I'm just making sure on that because I don't want to have that messed up. All right. Alrighty, field's getting back ready to go green. And I'm excited for it here. It's going to be the 17 and 19 on the front row. That's Mike Presley and Clay Sarton. The top four all part of All Sing Motorsports, or at least in the chat for this race. So here we go. Pace car lights are out. They're going to dip down pit road. Ready for the start. Pace car down pit road. Into the restart zone they go. Warm back green here at Daytona. It's going to be a green-white checkered finish to decide the halfway point. A few cars already trying to drop back. Looks like Doug didn't get a great run around the outside line. Now that top side to be that best lane as Clay's going to clear. Believe that's the Dominic Lee is he's going to clear as well. In that 30. Be lined up with the 31 now on the back straightaway. Who's going to be the first one to make a move? You see, leading that outside line, Brock. Here comes Nick with a help. Got a good run around the outside line. We've seen only 2 cars can make that outside line work, and it looks like it's going to work really well. Can Nick get clear as well? Here comes Chad with a big run around the outside line. Brock's going to be clear. He's going to lead that one. Next time at the line, who's going to be leading it, though? Brock trying to block, trying to work both lanes. Here comes Chad to help Nick. Down the back straightaway. With a big run. Where do they go? Side by side. Through a back stretch. Through 3 and 4. Goodyear to Goodyear. Who's it going to be? Chad trying to get aggressive, trying to help his teammate, trying to help push. Who's it going to be? Coming to the start finish line. At the line, it's going to be Nick getting the win. Nice push there by Nick, or by Chad to get Nick that win. Great job by all that, everybody there holding it straight. See what they're talking about in
If
game.
anyone needs to change the pants, join the club.
Here, Nick. But it looks like a good finish there by Nick. Chad with a big help down the front straightaway. Let's take a look at that. Look at that once again. So we see the 51 on the exit of the corner, able to get to the back bumper of the 75 better than the 19 did to the 82. And all the way start finish line. Then the 51 gets to him, gives him a nice little shot. Nick able to save it, but possibly hurt him worse, actually. He looked like he lost a little bit of momentum as Chad hit him. But at the stripe, just barely. Let's see, how close was that? Not that close. But side by side all the way to the line. Let's ride on board with Chad and actually see what he saw from his on-camera cockpit cam. His helmet cam. See, pushing Nick as hard as he can, all the way off the corner. So the field is going to be back single file. Let's see who comes to pit road. Looks like the 19, the 17, the 30, all the All Sing Motorsports crew. They're going to come down pit road. Going to take that pit road. Didn't pick that last time, and I'm expecting a lot of the Macau Motorsports. There you go. See Doug. A lot of them guys staying out here. So they're able to stay out. Gonna go a little bit longer. Let's get an interview here with, let's join All City Motorsports, see what they're talking about.
And right now, I'm actually sitting with 24 laps of fuel to go.
All City Motorsports, Austin, you got a copy?
Which one?
All Brand, I guess we could say. So,
Cool. What's up, man?
you guys have been running pretty good. You guys got the most car count in this field. So, what are you guys looking at here for these last 20 laps? And what did you learn in the first half of it? And what are you going to try to apply for it in this one?
Well, first thing we learned is don't be in front of Zach.
That's
on a
right.
restart. Second thing we learned is these guys are going to kill each other coming to the finish line. So we're just going to hang out and hope for the best. So.
I like it. It seems like you guys, a lot of the time with these super speedway races, try to ride at the back, do the most that you can, save that fast repair, and be there later in the race. And it always seems to work out for you. So, getting through the field in these seem to be a little bit harder than I thought, especially with this package. But with the mower power and only being 2 lanes, it seems to be a pretty big issue. You guys think that third lane ever is going to come in at one point, or ever going to try it?
Maybe
Baker,
towards the end.
pace cars coming out of coming through 3 and 4.
10-4
I
and
don't
back
know.
out.
That third line probably won't work properly. You can't really shove here, so you won't be able to have much momentum. You shove somebody, you're gonna end up wrecking them. These cars, it's actually not hard to pass at all. I think it's not bad. We just haven't tried. So you got Mike up there. He ran good that stage. You got Dominic. He ran good. So some of us, our guys, are moving up through the field real easily, and some of us are just hanging out back. So we all got a little bit different strategy, but at the end of the night, it's we help each other. So.
Different strategies, but working together. I like it. So cool to talk to you guys. Appreciate it. A little bit of time. I'll let you guys get back to it. And good luck the rest of the way.
Yep.
All City Motorsports. Team owner there, Austin Albritton. They're in the 2. He's going to have to make his way from deep in the field, starting on that last row when we get back going green. So the field is a go. Who should we ride on board with? Take a vote. Whoever's out there watching, let's take a vote. Who do you guys want to ride on board with to watch for the start of this one? There's 4 people in chat. Come on, let me know. Who you guys want to ride on board with? We'll pick whoever. Say helmet cam or on nose. We'll probably go nose cam, get a nice top shot, but pick somebody, whoever you guys want. Deadline ends at the end of turn 4, so let me know. It will be 22 laps when we cross the start-finish line to go back green. A lot of this field is just riding, trying to save as much as they can. But it looks like a lot of the guys that were riding at the back have made their way back up to the front. You see the 7, Brian Wasserman, the 18, Bully, got caught up in that earlier wreck. He's found his way back up to the front, so good to see him back up here at the front. Looks like nobody wanting to comment, so we won't ride along with anybody here. Let's get the spotter cam for the restart. Let's watch this whole field. Let's back up the camera, get a nice wide shot of the whole field. Find your favorite driver, and let's ride on board. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. Nick and Brock lead him back to the green. Nick fires back green. Field's going to spread out just a little bit here, but should be all right. Looks like Brian's early move. Go to the inside line. He's going to get in front of the 18. Good move by Brian. He's going to work with his new teammates there. His 2 teammates just in front of him. Everybody's single file now down the back straightaway. What a cool shot that is. Down the back straightaway. Everybody in a single file line. Staying in line the best that they can. First one to move out is Brock around the outside line. Gonna get to the outside of the 18. Trying to side draft. Top lane by himself. Brock around it. trying to get it to work. Here comes Dominic leading around the outside to try to help him. Starting to get the top line foreman. Who's going to be the next one to go up to the outside? See the 54 on the right side of your screen? Just barely. He's starting to make it work, but anybody else closer to the front? Is Jason going to pull out? Doesn't look like it. But all in all, this field starting to get it rolling. Here they come. Trying to make their way back to the field. The 82 side drafting aggressively, making contact with the 51 there. As we get into turn number 1. Trying to hold back the bottom lane as much as he can. Just doesn't have the help around the outside line like he would like. Now the 31's going to get to his back bumper. Going to help him. Here comes Chris Whitehead around the outside line. Nick still out front. Got a teammate, Chad, behind him. Brian as well, just behind them. So 3 Mad Cow Motorsports all out front. First one on the outside line. Trying to get that lane rolling. Brock Whitehead. Brock, for his first race with us, he's doing a great job in showing us what he's got. It's exciting to see part of that Whitehead racing. Doing good. First race with us. He's definitely put his foot in the door and showing what he's got. A little bit sideways on the back straightaway from Brian there around the inside line. But everybody's still rolling straight. Here comes Doug on the bottom lane. Both 24s are side by side. That's Jacob and, if I remember, Jacob and Jason. Right on board with them. They can see the whole field in front of them. Trying to get down. Bully's trying to get up, just not going to be clear. Now they're going to go 3 wide. Bully trying to force his way back to the inside line. Was not clear on the 82. That could have been big problems. But that messed up the whole outside lane. Him trying to get up. Now Brian's trying to go to the outside line. Nice flyby there. Bully was not clear entering turn 1. Kind of forced his way up there now. But worked out good for Mad Cow Motorsports as they're trying to stay up to the front of the field. Now Brian side drafts the 51. Now they're going to have a good run around the outside line. Goodyear to Goodyear. 3 cars, or 3 rows. Now Brian going to have a little bit of a nose on Nick through the entry. Nick's going to fight back hard round the middle. What happens on the exit? Looks like the top. Do they have a big enough run? The 18 trying to push just on the right rear. Can't push too hard there. But the 82 is going to look to go to the inside once again. They're going to be 3 wide just behind. Could have been big there. Chris thought better of it. Smart by the 82. Seen a lot of that tonight. Or Brock, my apologies. Brock doing a great job. He's being really, really smart. So hopefully we can get him in the other 2 leagues because he's definitely showing up and showing good tonight. But Mad Cow Motorsports 1 through 4 is the 18. Is going to turn the 24 on his roof. The 18 hard in the outside wall. More contact. That's Jacob hard in the outside wall.
Trying to live.
18 got in the back of him and went around.
I don't even know what to say.
The Bully strikes again. Went down. Yeah, just came down.
Gas all the way, and it just kept pulling up to him. I don't know if he checked up or what happened.
You turn left there, Bully.
The 18, I need him to pass me.
You turn left on him, Bully.
Going into the pit.
Yeah, the 18 just, you see it here on the seam. And just turn left, got in the right rear of the 24, hard in the outside wall. I sure hope Gordon's okay. But then Charles, nowhere for him to go in that, or Cameron, sorry, apologies, by the 456. But the rest of the field able to hopefully avoid, oh no. The 10 not able to avoid it. after he got in the back of the 15s. Chris, I think, able to avoid it. Then Baker, nowhere for him to go in the air. Is he able to keep it off the outside wall? A little bit of right side damage. But he was pretty far back. I'm shocked he wasn't able to avoid that one. Sees him wrecking, tries to get back low too late in the air, but able to stay rolling, so shouldn't hurt him too bad. Oh, nope, he's smoking down the back straightaway, so he would need a fast repair if possible, if he has one left. Well, it looks like he's still running, so it shouldn't hurt him too bad. But the fill, what happened there? Charles spun? Didn't check up in time, just dove for the grass to avoid it, so at least smart there by Charles. But the field, who's going to come to pit road? What's going to be the strategies? See, does Brock? Nope, Brock thought better of it. He doesn't come to pit road. A little bit of a fake. Here comes Cameron Ballard. Clay, Zach, All Sing Motorsports, a lot of them. Split decision, actually, from most. A little bit about Nick here as we look at the running order in the bottom left. We're seeing it. And when it scrolls one more time, we will see how many spots everybody's gained. I believe that 75 didn't start too far up front in the field. Let's see. So up 7, 8, 8, 15 spots for Brian Wasserman. So Brian, the biggest mover of tonight's race, up a ton of spots from where he started. I believe he started at dead last point. So So a ton of spots gained for Brian, Doug, Chad, and Nick. Let's try to get a word in here with Nick. Nick, do you got a copy?
I do.
Well, looking good with that new paint scheme. You're out front. You got your teammates behind you with just over 10 laps to go here when we get back running. What's your mindset heading into these last 10, and how aggressive are you going to be, especially with your teammates behind you, for the win?
Well, just us communicating. We're trying to work some stuff out here to be able to work together the best we can here this last however many laps. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes good. And hopefully one of us get the win.
Definitely. Well, I like the paint scheme. Looks good. And wanted to do an interview with you, and then I'm going to interview Chad and see what he thinks. So we'll see. So good luck, Nick. And hopefully you go back-to-back here at Daytona.
Thank you.
Nick there. Chad up next in the blue 51 around his outside. Chad, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you're on the outside of your teammate. Just ask Nick the same thing. Where's your mindset heading into just over 10 laps to go? And how much are you going to try to work with your teammates? And then what lap are you going to leave them if you need to do what you do?
If I try to make a move, it'd be last lap. I'm going to try to get these 3 or 4 Mad Cow cars in top 4. So as long as one of us comes out with the win, that's all that matters.
Definitely. Well, obviously, new team for you this season, so excited for you for that. But yeah, paint scheme's looking good. You got teammates around you. Hopefully it ends well for you. Hopefully you get some luck on your side tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. Ain't been too good lately.
Definitely. Well, good luck, and hopefully see you here at the end.
I appreciate it.
Chad going to be on the inside line. Nick picks the outside, so we'll be ready for it. Place your bets. Who you think's going to win with just over 10 laps to go? So pace car. Lights are out, and we're coming to pit road and coming to the green. Just over 10 laps to go to decide it here at Daytona. Nick and Chad front row. Nick fires back green. Good restart by everybody in the front. Try to get clear. All four Mad Cow Motorsports drivers able to get clear. And the first one behind him, Brock, who's been so good all race. We'll see if he's got any teammates around him to try to make something happen. He does have Jason just behind him. And those two worked together pretty good later in the race, or earlier in the race, to try to get up to the front. Doesn't look like it now. Jason going to look to the outside line. Then just behind him, the 54. Here comes All City Motorsports, the 17, 30, 19, 55, 31, 10, 2, 15. All of them are coming now. But it's single file. So when does they make that move? When do they make that move around the outside line to try to get the top working? Because that's going to be pretty vital to obviously get back up to the front with four cars that are pretty set to each other. As the 82 gets in the back of the 67 just a little bit. Here comes the 54 of Robert Gillett around the outside. Brian looks like he's trying to make that move around the outside line. Ends up giving the 54 a little bit of draft. Now the inside line's going to check up just a little bit. Here they go with a big run. So the top line's starting to work now. The 54, 19, 31. Robert Gillard, Clay Sarton. And the 31 of Charles Whitehead. Now you're going to have Brock Whitehead go to the top, try to help his brother, I believe that is. So going up, try to help his brother. And they're side by side for the lead, still out front. Now, anything can happen late in the running in this one, so they got to be careful with how aggressive they get with the pushing. See, sideways at the front. That's the 31, just that white and red outside. Now Doug sideways on the inside line. Both just a little bit further back. Doesn't seem to have the downforce, and they're sideways. You can feel the intensity building. Feel the aggressiveness start to build up. Now we're starting to see a third lane start to take part. Almost. Now contact made right through the middle. That's the 82. Going to the inside of the 31. Almost was a big wreck there. Able to hold it, though, as the outside line just hasn't been able to clear. The front two, Clay and Robert, just haven't been able to clear anybody out at the front, or at least clear Nick and Chad. That dynamic duo is doing real good so far. They always do. Chad's one of the best pushers in the league. So if you're looking for a teammate at the end of these, definitely look for him. But it's getting aggressive down the back straightaway. A lot of the field in a tango. Chad and Nick both clear. Brian, next car, they're trying to clear. It's right on board with Doug as he's riding in that fourth spot on the inside line. He's now going to be clear. Jump back behind the 19. On board with the 82 now as he can watch everybody here. See from the helmet cam what he's seeing. This camera's pretty cool. It's like one of those Band-Aids looking things that you wear on your nose before you sleep, possibly. People that wear before they sleep. But it's got a built-in camera. Chad's going to get sideways in. They check up on the inside line. That's the 67 in the back of The 7 in big problems. Multiple cars upside down. The 17 slides on his roof. And major problems with less than 5 laps to go here at Daytona. Carnage on the front straightaway. The 17 ends up getting flipped over. Jason, a great job to flip him back over. Cool. Jason, actually really nice of you. But man, what happened there? Macau Motorsports all lost it, seemed like. Let's see. Brian got in the back of the 7. It checked up. The whole inside line. Doug didn't have any time to check up. Then they went in the air. The 24 in the air. The 17 on his lid. The 30. Ooh, the 31 drove right underneath. Who was that? Drove underneath Christopher Cash. What the heck? Not trying to bowl with that. That was a good point of view. What did he see? Couldn't see much, and then they were all upside down, right underneath him. But actually, shouldn't hurt him too bad. I don't think he has that much damage. Looks not too bad. Shouldn't hurt him too bad, but yeah, major problems there. The 67 in the back of the 7 after the major checkup at the front of the field. The 7 got in the back of him, and it was on from there. The 7 in the back of the 51. Great save by Chad. Doug, nowhere for him to react, and then they all went up the racetrack right in front of the field. 2 cars up and over, and it was on from there. The 10 and 15 make contact on the inside line. They both get hard on the inside wall. We had 3 cars airborne in 1 wreck, but the 17 sliding big time. Up on his lid. Another point of view we can ride on with. Let's ride on board with that 17 of Mike Presley. See the 51 slow on the bottom. Then nowhere for him to go. Gets just piled into it. And on his lid, sees the sparks from the hood. Hoping it rolls over on his wheels to drive it back to pit road. But just wasn't able to. And then all of a sudden, he got a little bit of help. He's still sliding. Mike slid for a while there. Now he's going to get a little bit of help from Jason. And good job by Jason there to get him flipped back over. Cool to see when they help each other, but a lot of cars to pit road that time. A lot of cars could be out of it from that. But man, that's mixed up a lot of the field here. So still out front, Nick, Robert, Clay, Chad, Brock, the ones who made it through. Then just behind him, Charles, he was able to go up underneath the, I believe it was the 30. Or the 38 of Christopher Cash. Then Austin Albritton, points leader. He's worked his way through the field. He said it earlier, expected them to wreck and just had to make his way through it. And look where he is, P7, back up to the front. They're just behind him, Zach, our truck winner from last season, season opener truck winner. He's worked his way up to the 8th spot. Speaking of new truck season, we got a new truck season starting up Tuesday. So if you're interested in a truck league, let us know. We got one Tuesday starting up. Brand new season, 12 weeks, 2 drop weeks if you need them. But excited for that season to start up. I'm going to be broadcasting that one as well. And then we also have a cup one that just started last week there at Daytona. Ended up, I'm leading the points. 1 point over Nick, Doug, and I believe Chad, if I'm correct. But next gen's Monday, trucks Tuesday, Super Speedway Wednesday. And I'm excited for that to continue. So I'll be broadcasting Super Speedway and truck for the next foreseeable future, then racing in the next gen. So we should be doubling up for a green-white checker this time. These finishes at Daytona are always good. And we're going to have another one here. So Nick picks the outside line once again. Gonna have Chad just behind him. So we've seen the outside line not work the greatest on the restarts with other people, but now being the control car and a teammate behind him, is he gonna be able to get down? That's one thing to look at. The bottom's been so good every time, but is it gonna work out for him on this restart? for him to get clear? Is his teammate going to get clear? That's one thing that we're going to have to watch out for. How aggressive does the 31 go? Because if Nick is able to get clear, does he just do it for the team and get clear and block both lanes? Or does he try to stay with his teammate in chat? And if it doesn't work, they could be on the back foot here, stuck on the outside line by themselves and be done here. So a lot riding on this last restart for that Mad Cow Motorsports in the 75 group. With the countdown, I don't think it should be too big of a factor, but the biggest thing is Chad going to be able to clear and get to the bottom lane. Ready for the restart, though. Green, white checker to decide it here at Daytona. Doubled up for a green, white checkered finish. Nick and Robert on the front row. Nick fires back green. Good restart for Nick. He will be clear for now. Doesn't look like Chad got a great restart to be clear. Where does Nick go? He's got a decision to make heading into one. 3-car breakaway in both lanes. The 31 tried to get clear there. Wasn't. Now Nick's going to have to make a choice. He's going to go low. Try to block the inside line. Sideways on the exit of the corner. They're going to jack up. Now the 82 in the back of the 19. Big wreck. Can Doug make it through? He does. Problems. 54 up and over. Doug now gets involved in it. The 7 spinning. Problems on the exit of turn 2. The bumpers not lining up on these have become a problem in the later parts of this race. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. So we're seeing it here from the middle of the infield, slowing it down. Looks like the 82 rolled to the back bumper of the 19 faster than he thought and just got in left rear and turned him around. Or the 19 in the back of the 54 checked up. No, so the 19 just checked up a little bit, spun the 82, then the 19 into the 31, into the 54, and that wrecked a lot of the field. Then Brian, trying to avoid it, turned off the wall and hooked Doug. Unfortunate for Doug. He was all the way through it and then got caught up in it. Is Mike able to make it through? No, he gets a little bit of left side damage, but should be okay to still run. Austin through the grass. He's able to make it through. And the rest of the field just decided to slow down, thought better of it than to keep going through. But problems there for a lot of the field. I don't think it's going to be hard enough hits for them to be out of it, but a lot of momentum lost there by that group. I think Doug reset. He's done. In the pits, unfortunately, for Doug.
As I drifted left, here comes Doug flying by me, and I just caught his rear end.
Yeah, Brian, you hooked him there.
Yep, I hooked him good.
I was like, keep it up. Doug made it through. Cool. And then I was focused on everybody else. I'm like, how did Doug wreck? And then, oh.
Yeah, well, I thought the same thing.
I was like,
I'm like,
oh, shit, there's Doug. God damn it. This
I'm
ain't
like,
gonna
I-
end well.
You came up the track, Doug. I'm like, just stay on the apron. Just stay the white or the yellow line until turn 3. And then, damn, that didn't work. Alrighty, talking with a few people. I think Doug's going to join us here in the booth. Doug, do you get a copy?
I got you.
You're standing on top of your box on pit road, but still going to try to announce after your problems. But man, you
Yeah,
were
I
so
just
close
got
to
out of
making
the
it
infield
through.
Care center checked out okay, so.
So close to making it through.
Yep, almost.
Let's
Can you
go.
share your screen?
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Take a look at it here from what you saw. What did you think going on the back straightaway? You had a shot at it, then just ended up losing it right at the end there, got caught up in it. Talk to us what you saw down this back straightaway.
Well, I saw him go up, so I was kind of debating where to go. So I thought, well, I'll go down a little bit. And then here, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm through it. And
Then here
not
comes
so much.
Brian, not clear.
Yeah, and then Brian got into the wall and then bounced off the wall. And it ricocheted into me, so.
Not what you wanted to have happen. You shot the gap was so good, so clear. And then down the track he goes hard in your left or your right rear. Close to almost keeping it off the wall, but major problem. So unfortunate there for you, Doug. Was excited to see what you can do on a green-white checkered, but not going to happen for you. But you got 2 cars leading it on the front row, so that's not too bad.
No, we'll see how Mad Cow, what they can do here.
What are you
Nick's
expecting
been
from
really
your group
strong.
during this restart? Obviously, they're going to be side by side. They're going to have the countdown from Nick, but for this restart, what do you think those two are going to have to try to do? They got the 82 behind him, who's been really good all race, been aggressive. They got the 2, the 19, the 55. They're working together all race. So what do you think your team and the 50, 75, and 51 are going to have to do to try to beat them?
Well, I think what's going to happen is Nick's going to try to get a jump on the start, drop down in front of the 51, and then I think they'll just lock up and try to hold that bottom. I don't see them trying to go to the top, but the top was getting some runs. They could definitely build a run, but it seemed like that bottom line was a little bit stronger, all in all. But you never know coming out of 4 to the finish line.
To the finish, yep. So pace car lights are out. We're going to be back green here from Daytona. Try it once again. Restart number 2. It's going to be Nick and Chad on the front row. Nick fires back green. Barney waves the flag. Good restart for that outside line. Nick able to get clear in front of his teammate. Through the gears they go. Austin stuck on the outside line. Not going to have help with him yet. Looks like Zach and Clay are going to be the first one to try it, though. Nothing to lose from him in that spot. They're wrecking out back behind them. No caution. Wrecking out back behind him. Caution waves. That's the 31, 15, and 456 wrecking just behind the field. The 31 just turned left and not clear on Cameron. And the 15, Christopher Pilo, he got caught up in it, unfortunately. Shouldn't be hurt too bad, but
Chris has had a rough night, it looks like. You know, he was involved in that first lap incident at the start.
well, from your racing eye, Doug, what do you see happen here?
All right, he's kind of stuck in the middle there, dropping back. I'm not sure what the hard left was about. Maybe he just thought he was clear and didn't realize that the 455 was coming up with that much momentum. That's the only thing I can figure is he was just trying to drop down.
Trying to
into
get
that bottom
clear.
line.
Just wasn't able to.
Yeah.
He
just
did hold the
wasn't
brake,
quite clear.
right? Here he holds the brake. So at least Dominic shot out. He did hold the brake. Or Charles Whitehead, he did hold the brake. I apologize, Dominic, not Dominic. Charles held the brake, but yeah, just nowhere near clear entering turn 1 in front of the 456. I believe they're teammates as well. So possibly he's told him clear and was nowhere near it. But yeah, major problems there entering turn 1. So we're going to try to line them back up and get back going green. So while we're under this little bit of a break, Doug, talk to us a little bit about the league. We have a Cup League going on Mondays and trucks starting up this week on Tuesday. So tell us a little bit about that and just about the league in general.
All right, so we do have the Next Gen League, and I think that is season 6 of the Cup / Next Gen League. So that's running on Monday nights. And then our Tuesday nights will be our Truck League, which is going to start up this Tuesday coming up. And then Wednesdays, we got our Super Speedway. We got one more race for Super Speedway for this season. Then we'll probably take a week or two off of Super Speedway and then get it rolling again. And our newest league will be our Thursday league, which is our Road League. And that's a free car. And we're running all free tracks, just a short season, 6 races, just to kind of get some people maybe to, introduced to road stuff. And, we're going to run it, kind of not really real strict rules or anything like that, just to try to get people going. It's going to be a no damage kind of thing. So if you do spin off course or something, you're not going to total your car and not be able to continue the race. You can kind of just keep going. And the idea is just to get people to complete the laps, basically. We do have some really good road racers in the league, but the idea of it is to kind of introduce people to road racing.
Yeah, I'm excited for the road one. Excited to watch them. I'm not going to be able to. I'm working Thursdays, but I'm excited to see the replay and hear you guys talk about it. But yeah, excited for all of the leagues that we got started up. Truck and Super Speedway will be broadcasted. I don't know if Nick would want to do broadcasting for Cup. Probably have to pay him or something to do it. But it's Next Gen Top League is kind of more not just restricted, but a little bit more reserved. Got to run a few races with us in the Truck League to be able to get in that one. So that one's more of a top league than the trucks. If you guys are interested in a league on Tuesday, come and run it with us because we need as many cars as we can get and more and more.
That one's on Monday.
Yeah.
The Next Gen's on Monday. Trucks are on Tuesday. Super Speedway on Wednesday. And then the Road League is on Thursdays. All at the same time. Practice lobby opens at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the race starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on all the leagues.
Yep, and I will have the, I believe I have the just thing for the Discord in the description, or look up WTF Racing on Facebook, or just look up WTF and iRacing, and it should have the league. All the leagues should come up, and they also have a Discord link in with it. So just tell us where you found us, or say where you found us, and then we'll get you in and ready for all that.
Yeah, it should be a fun season. So
we're ready for it, and last race went really good, and was excited for it, and for the truck one, and then a little bit shorter season, try to keep the car count up and a little bit more competitive. But yeah, the Cup one, Next Gens are always competitive, no matter who's running it. So excited for that one. That one's going to be a good championship battle. So tune in for those. I'll be streaming that one from my point of view, even if it's not broadcasted. But finish off this one. It's going to be gray white checkered, attempt number 2. We're going to stay out a little bit wider from the spotter infield cam.
One thing I do want to say about the Super Speedway League is I would like to throw a big shout out to Austin Albritton. It's kind of his deal. He is putting up the money for the payouts and everything like that. So, a bunch of thanks to him for that. It's making it, a lot of fun for the guys.
With 2 races left, and this one would be $40 to win. And tonight, then tomorrow night, or next Wednesday to crown a champion. But tonight, $40 to win. Who's going to come home with it? Nick fires. We're back green. Oh, Nick, little bobble there. Possibly thought he wasn't clear. Now he's going to be clear in front of the 51. Inside line, 3 cars. Same thing as last time. Same story. Austin going to have to drop back. Looks like he's going to drop back behind the 82. He will in front of the 55. So the front 4 cars are going to be clear. Clay's the first one to be rolling the outside line, but the 82 and the 2 are going to have a run. Or are they going to take it as soon as possible? Looks like Austin Albritton will. He's going to get to the outside of the 82. That's going to block Brock in. No matter what, now Clay's going to have a run on Austin through 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. off of turn 4. White flag here at the start-finish line. White flag for Nick. Can he hold him off? Austin with a huge run around the outside line. Now it's door handle to door handle. Into 1 and 2 for the final time. Nick gonna be clear on the exit. Got a strong push from the 51. Brock doing as much as he can all over the back bumper of the 51. Now the 75 is gonna go up the block. In front of the 2. Now the 51 getting pushed by the 82. Getting him all sorts of sideways. Here they come on the exit of turn number 4. Chad leading it. Chad, after a struggle, they're going to be 3 wide as they cross the finish line. Brock's going to win it.
Wow.
Just got him at the start-finish line with a huge run out of nowhere. How did that happen? Let's go back and take a look at it. So you see Nick go up to block the outside line. Thought they had it no matter what. Just didn't have the run through 3 and 4 Nick might have wanted. Then
Looks
through
like
3
Chad
and 4,
just
yeah.
went up, thought about going to the high line.
Yeah, he just
and then couldn't
missed
come
it,
back
yeah.
down.
He just went up to the middle lane and just didn't go back left. I expected him just to pin it on the yellow line and went for a block and probably shouldn't have and just stayed low, but they were 3.5 for a good second and then just lost it just at the start finish line as Nick got to the outside just a little bit, probably side drafted just a tiny bit, but the big run from Brock in the 82 ends up stealing it from Chad at the start finish line. What a race.
Go back a little bit. He does dip down below the yellow making that pass. That's going to be a call from Austin on that one.
As all 4 tires didn't go, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not
Austin?
sure if he's...
Austin, we got a verification just before I do winner interviews and stuff like that. Go to
I'm
my
looking
stream.
right now.
Are you? All right.
I think he might have been forced down.
I kind of
Just a hair.
just a
'Cause,
little. Yeah.
I mean, he's there. I mean, he's not under
Yeah.
it. He's on
He
it.
just dips a
but-
tire. Yeah, he dips a tire.
Yeah, but he makes a little
Chad
bit of
kinda-
contact with Chad.
Yeah,
when
already.
Chad moves
Yeah.
down, so I say 82 wins it.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
just
was.
need your-
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, he was definitely there. If Chad would have stayed bottom, it would have been fine, but he went up,
Yeah,
kind of blocked a
Chad
little
would
bit.
have been completely
yeah.
fine if he would have been bottom. His outside had no run.
No.
So.
Yeah. But all right, cool. Just want to verify that just to make sure because I didn't know before I do winner interviews. But
We're good on that.
all right, cool. So top 3 to waiting room if possible. But what a race! All the way start finish line, 200ths of a second that they
Great run that they got on the bottom.
Yeah, good job by Brock and Zach. Zach making his way to P3 after a heck of a race. Major problems, but Chad, his luck continues to have no luck as he gets just it stolen there at the start finish line. Had it 100 feet before the start finish line, then try to get him there. Let's go ahead interview first place finisher in Zach. Zach, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, after a wild one, you were nowhere to be found most of the race. Then with the green-white checkered, definitely came into your favor. Ended up sneaking to third. Talk to us about it and what you saw from your point of view and how were you able to get it done?
Well, after the crappy start, I just was hanging in the back. Didn't really feel like racing much halfway through. Just felt bad for getting the race off to such a bad start, but stayed out of all the wrecks and fixed all my damage. I still had a fast repair by the end of the race, and then I was just in a good position to do something. Didn't really have a great run on the coming to the white flag, so then I just decided to pick a line and see where it went, and then ended up getting a good charge towards the line with the 2 guys in front.
Definitely didn't have the start of the race that you wanted, but you always at these super speedway races, you won it. The season opener last season in the trucks, and tonight ended up winning once again, or coming on P3. So always up front at the end of these super speedway races. So may have to throw your name into the hat of some of the best super speedway racers in the league.
I don't know about that. I just try to not get caught up in wrecks and hope that I have some good luck.
Well, you seem to be pretty lucky a lot of the time. So good job, Zach, and congratulations coming on P3.
Thanks.
Good job, man.
Zach, a great job there. Gonna interview Chad now. Chad, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, not what you wanted to have happen. Talk to us what you were thinking coming off of turn 4.
Man, I don't know. I was hoping Nick would stay on the bottom, but he went to the block and kind of messed us up a little bit. But thought I had it. I mean, I kind of feel the 82 kind of went below the yellow line, but you know that's race control's deal. So
You want to come and
I
take a
don't know.
look at it real quick? Right here.
Hold on.
I am streaming. Come check it out.
Window.
So you see right in the middle lane. I expected you to just run the yellow line all the way to start finish line. You pretty much had it won. Nick was going to side draft everybody, make sure that they couldn't get around you, and then you went up, and he was able to get underneath you, and then just dipped a tire, which as long as all 4 don't go under, I think it's all right. So
Yeah, like I said, I could have came on down.
came down just a
kinda
little.
Pushed the issue, but I wasn't trying to wreck everybody.
I was hoping, I mean, your shot at it would have been to turn left right about here, try to door him into the grass and stay side by side with it, but you kept it clean all the way to the line, just came up just a little and lost it, but your luck seems to be no luck. You don't have bad luck, you don't have good luck, you just finish in unlucky spots at the end of these, so unfortunately come on P2, but a great showing for first super speedway race with the new team. So congratulations in that part.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't really see him on my left, so I didn't know how close he was, and I didn't want to do like some people have in the past and do some stupid blocks and not get a good finish at the end. So I'd rather finish second side by side with somebody than finish wrecking. So
Definitely. Well, it was fun, and you're always up at the end of these ones. Just didn't have the luck tonight, but congratulations. First race with Mad Cow. Well, second race and first in Super Speedway. New paint scheme and new team. So congratulations coming on P2.
I appreciate it.
Good job, man.
Appreciate it.
Chad coming home second, and you're a winner. Brock Whitehead, do you got a copy?
Yes.
Great finish. Stole it right at the start-finish line. Up front all race. And somehow came along with a win by 0.022 of a second. Talk to us what you saw from your point of view that last lap and got us through that whole race. And why you were so quick, you think?
Yeah, I love super speedways, and that's just really my thing. I'm up front. I like to be up front because middle of the pack and the back is where the most wrecks are. So trying my best to stay up front all night. Got back there a little bit, and then on the last lap, the 75 jumped up, and I shoved the 51 up there, and he scooted up a little bit, so I stuck my nose in there and got shoved down, but I held my ground and somehow came across the line first.
Well, I mean, you held it down and barely were able to squeak out with a win, a photo finish on the line. Couldn't get any more exciting than that, but with your first race with us, I mean, definitely showed a lot of speed tonight and showed a lot of expertise and experience with holding your lane, running aggressively but smart. And that's what you got to do on these super speedways. So are you going to be able to run the rest of the season or hopefully run the truck or maybe Cup League? Looking into it at all?
Yeah, it just really depends on what days those are on. But yeah, definitely I'll be running this one. I like it. I know we only have one more race left after this one, but I like it, so I'll definitely be looking into it.
100%. Well, looking forward to it. We'll send you the info and get you all set up with the other leagues if you're able to run, because definitely are quick and it's cool to see you. So we'll be on the lookout for you. But congratulations on coming home with a win and $40 in your first race with us tonight.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Brock with a great job to come home with the win, stealing it by 0.02 of a second. Doug, what do you think?
That was definitely a finish. I thought, I thought Chad had that wrapped up. He was looking like he was definitely, had that with no problem, and just that that slip up a little bit where he let that car below him was the changed everything for him.
Yeah, he definitely had a shot at it. I think if Chad just stayed on the yellow, he would have had it. The 50 or the 82 would have been just blocked in and nowhere for him to go with Nick on his outside. But then Chad just made a mistake, went up a little bit too much, left the hole open, and Brock was able to take it from him. So Super Speedway League putting on a show once again. And make sure to tune in next week for the final. Believe Austin is pretty set on leading the points or having it at just starting next race. So we'll see. I'll have to check the points and see, but tune in next week for the championship finale. And then next Monday for the next gen, I'll be streaming that here and broadcasting the season opener here for trucks. So, Doug, thank you for joining me here at the booth just at the end, and hopefully see everybody next week.